have indeed. Now you did a couple of albums with Night Ranger, and then Trans-Siberian Orchestra is in there as well. And we've got to mention Whitesnake. You joined them around about 2015. So how did that come about?
Yeah, I mean, when Doug left the band, I sent on some video links to Reb because we knew each other from this Night Ranger experience. So I said, hey, would you pass this on to David? I'd like to try and get an audition. And I kind of made the mistake of not really sending like video links to me playing Whitesnake stuff. It was just kind of like, oh, I'll send them some links of, the Night Ranger videos and me on that metal show and that kind of stuff. And at first I didn't really hear anything. And then I thought, come on, I got to be able to get an audition here. But I thought about who would I know that knows him. And I thought of Phil Carson, who manages Foreigner. He's a Brit. I thought, I bet he knows David. Maybe I'll see if I can call in a favor and have him contact David for me. And so that's exactly what happened. Phil contacted David and said, you need to take a look at this guy. And really from then on, everything went really well. I got my foot in the door, got an audition, and that went really, really well. I mean, first David and I talked for a bit, went down in the studio, did some stuff on what became the Purple album. He gave me a crack at soloing on Lady Double Dealer, I think, and doing creating a harmony solo on the spot and doing a lead pass or two. Went upstairs, ate some dinner, we did some singing, and that was it. And then I was offered the gig.
Fantastic. And obviously David Coverdale, he's a legend, he's iconic, isn't he? So what is he like as a person? I mean, what's your experience of being around him and not just working with him, but what's he like as a person to be with?
David's great. I mean, I think in particular when you're in the studio, he really loves that camaraderie of just kind of being one of the guys, one of the guys in the band. And so, those that follow him on Twitter know he's a lot about humor, more so than some people would expect. Maybe if you don't follow him on Twitter, he's loves to laugh, very funny guy, and so he makes you feel like he's just we're just friends when you're hanging with him, and then all of a sudden he'll start telling a story about working with Jimmy Page or Richie Blackmore, and then you realize like, oh yeah, that's right, I'm hanging out with like a rock legend here. But no, David's been great, and I sort of hate using the word pleasant surprise, but the reality is, everybody knows there's been a lot of members in Whitesnake. So coming in, I didn't really know what to expect. I just thought I'm going to give this a go because it's, there's a great catalog there. There's a great history of musicians that have been in that band, and it's international. For me, that was a big thing was, TSO played a lot of U.S., Night Ranger played a lot of U.S., but people outside of the U.S. didn't really know of me. So I was excited to kind of get around the world a bit more. But I can honestly say, man, all the way from day one, moment one, David's been nothing but fantastic to me. And, I hate using the term surprise because it's not like I came in thinking he's going to be a jerk. I came in just going, I don't know what this is going to be, but, he's been really, really great.
I saw you guys in Glasgow last year on the farewell tour. Absolutely fantastic. You guys were awesome.
Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate it very much.
How was it being on that tour? I mean, obviously you've been with Whitesnake for a number of years, but with it being labeled the farewell tour, was it tinged with a bit of sadness, but nice to have been part of such a big thing?
Well, I mean, it seemed a ways off at the time, and now with things like kind of hitting a grinding to a halt and kind of putting us in a holding pattern, there's more of a tinge of sadness over that than there was over the actual tour. I was thinking, hey, we'll have a couple of years. This, can be a beautiful thing. Maybe we'll have some fun stuff like, obviously Steve Vai joining us at Hellfest. And I thought maybe we'll have some other great moments like that, some historic Whitesnake members and things like that join us and make it a big celebration of David's career and for the fans. And so, obviously, unfortunately, health had other plans. And so we're kind of in a holding pattern right now. But, David's been floating the possibility of getting back out. So we'll hopefully do so. And if not, I'll just be happy to support David and whatever his vision is with whatever he's got cooking for Whitesnake, man.